Oh, hi there. Welcome to another week in the wonderful world of economics. This week we turn our attention to businesses, their behavior, and what to expect. Also, what's good for businesses isn't always good for society. So thinking about the tension between those two ideas. Businesses have a lot of decisions. Some of the most basic ones are, should we stay open? But they also have decisions like, how big should we get? What kind of price should we charge? What mix of inputs should we use to make our outputs, etc. There's some predictable patterns, like monopolies usually charge a higher price and have a lower quantity than more competitive firms, but they have more profit. Whereas more competitive businesses offer lower prices, usually more output, but they have less profit. So what's best for society? It's a balance. Coming up, we have Exam 1 next week. Study guide will be up soon. Check Canvas. And after that, we rise above the study of markets, businesses, to peep on the weather, just kidding, problems and inequalities with markets. You're developing a firm foundation of understanding markets and how they work. And that helps us understand how markets fail. That's our last little stop in microeconomics, is to understand what to do when the all too predictable market failures like pollution happen. They're predicted, and there's some actually quite straightforward solutions. A word about this week. There's a lot of little pieces, but I want to emphasize that they're little. There's a lot of these are pretty short. However, some of them quite technical, so just make sure to pay attention to, slow down, redo when needed. I always advocate for closing your notes at some point and trying to just graph what you learned on a piece of scratch paper. And hey, speaking of learning strategies, here's a few. So, some proven strategies from the world of the scholarship of teaching and learning are that note-taking is way better than highlighting for most students. How this is most effectively done is to read a page or a paragraph or whatever you can fit in your brain and concentrate, then shut the book or the computer and jot down the main points of what you just read. And if you're super into it, then you go back and you organize them into one complete idea. Also, and this is important for economics and other STEM disciplines, practice questions at least 3 times per topic are the most effective way to learn something. It's called the testing effect, and it's one of the reasons why we have so many practice and homework questions in this class. And yes, it will feel like work. It won't feel as seamless and nice as just reading a book or listening to a lecture, but that hard work pays off. All of the things you're learning and the work you're doing are constructing a framework of understanding the world. It's all part of this big, beautiful tree of economics. Hopefully, you appreciate some of its beauty, if not now, then in the future. As a reminder, any questions or just want to chat? Come to office hour.